Hello, welcome to the Mike from LA1 Network here on YouTube, and welcome back to the Trevor Lewis My Player Series for Interview 2K12. He is a member of the Stanley Cup champion Los Angeles Kings, who scored the empty net goal that pretty much sealed the deal as the Kings upset the National Hockey League to become the first 8th seed to win the Stanley Cup. As right now he has 9 points. 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover, 1 foul. Went 3 for 10 in the shotting department, got 30%. No 3-point attempts here, and 43% of the free throws. He got 2 of them, including the C+, but barely in the C+ range. And in this episode, episode 2, we're gonna see him do the pre-draft interviews. But so far, after what happened tonight, you pretty much still know that he's gonna get at least a new team here. But I doubt it because here's Indiana freaking Jones.
Greetings, I'm the GM and Director of Player Personnel for the Pacers. We have the 15th pick in the draft, and we're looking at potentially using this pick on you. First, though, we would like to get to know you better by asking you a couple of questions. Let's get to it. We realize that here in Indianapolis, we don't have the appeal of some of the big market teams. We tend to look for players who would be proud to be part of this organization. Someone who can really take pride in being a member of the Indiana Pacers. We need someone who's willing to spend their entire career as a member of this team. Is that someone you?
The Pacers, you say? Well, I really wish one of my players could join the Indiana Pacers organization. So let's see what Trevor Lewis has to say.
Yes, sir. I'd be honored to be a member of this organization. From everything I've seen, you guys have a rabid fan base. I'd love to be a leader on this team for the next decade or more.
Let's see. One more question, if you don't mind. Talk about what you have to improve on as you make the jump to the next level. We'd like to see what you think about your game as a whole.
Okay, this is the second straight time we heard this question. If you guys saw the Kopitar episode 2 of the Anze Kopitar series.
Primarily my focus and being mentally tougher. I need to study the game and watch the players in front of me and learn. I also need to learn from the veteran guys so I can step in and contribute when my name is called.
Well, if it's Indiana, there's not a big name veteran to help you out except Danny Granger.
Great answers. I really think you'd fit in great with us. Here's hoping we're able to draft you with our pick.
Alright, next team please. And it's the Houston. That'll be great if we get him.
Greetings. I'm the GM and Director of Player Personnel for the Rockets. In addition to the 14th pick, we also have the 23rd pick in the upcoming draft, and are looking at you with one of those picks. We'd like to get to know you better by asking you a couple of questions. Let's get to it. As a younger team, I feel like we have a lot of opportunities for you. I'm here to tell you you have a chance to be our franchise centerpiece if you put in the work. How many other teams can offer you that? That being said, we still have a couple years ahead of us where we're going to be acquiring young talent and assets.
God.
We might struggle a bit in those years. Are you going to be able to remain focused during the rebuilding years?
This is just like Charlotte, but we heard this once before, so Trevor, say what Anze just said.
Definitely. It's clear to me that you guys have a plan. Rebuilding is a means to an end, and you need players who are going to stick it out through both the good times and the bad. If you believe in me, I believe in you and what you're trying to do here. We both just want to win, right?
Well put. Next question, Mr. General Manager of the Houston Rockets.
All right then, one more. This is a question we ask all our potential draftees, and I want you to answer it as honestly as possible. Where do you see your career going? What do you hope to achieve out of your career? Ultimately, what do you want your legacy to be?
Wow. Okay. So, I want my career to go wherever it takes me. As cliche as that sounds. Ultimately, I want to be the best basketball player and best team player I can be. At the end of the day, that's really all I can ever ask out of myself. I want to be remembered as someone who gave 110% every time he set foot on the court.
Or on the ice. Either way, you did a great job as a king there, Trevor.
Okay, I think I've heard all I needed to hear for now. You're definitely someone we can use on our team. Now we just need you to be available when it's our turn to pick.
Alright, who's next? Really? The Knicks, is that...
Well played out there tonight. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the GM of the New York Knicks. We currently have the 17th pick in the draft and are narrowing down our list of draft targets. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. We really feel like we have a great piece in Amari. We think that given a chance to develop, you and Amari can form a potent front line for this team.
crap!
What do you think about that assessment?
Alright.
I really respect Amari's game, and I agree. I think given the chance to learn the pro game and learn each other's tendencies, we can be a force to be reckoned with. It'd be an honor
What's
to play
Trevor
alongside him
doing?
and
Okay,
the
that
rest
was a
of the team.
perverted joke. I apologize there, folks. Next question.
Okay, last question. Like LA, playing in New York is like playing under the microscope. Your every move on the court will be critiqued and analyzed by the fans, who expect nothing less than a championship year in and year out. Beyond that, your every move off the court will be chronicled and fed to the public by the paparazzi. What I'm trying to ask is, are you ready for this? Is this a lifestyle you can feel comfortable living while still maintaining your full focus on the team?
Well, he's from Salt Lake City, where they don't get much press. So, in other words...
I was raised different than most other kids with big aspirations. I get uncomfortable when the spotlight's cast on me in a negative light. I don't like being tailed by photographers when all I want is to get a bite to eat. I like to keep my personal life private. The New York lifestyle, it's just not for me.
Well, that didn't go quite as I expected. We'll see you at the draft.
So Trevor's not going to be in Knicks, so it's either going to be Indiana or Houston. I will get Trevor's services. But the big question is, will he keep his trademark 22? That is a huge problem. Here, as right now, it looks like Trevor might be going to Indiana. Frankie Jones. And here's his strengths. Great size, length, comfortable finishing around the rim with either hand. Here's his, a tweeter may struggle to find a true position at the next level. Doesn't stand out defensively. Upside, somewhat limited by his lack of pure athletic ability. He's to further develop his post skills. Alright? And it looks like Lee McDaniel might go up because of this. So now let's start the draft.
And welcome to the
Either 14 or 15.
2011 NBA Draft. For the talented young men hoping to hear their names called tonight, this is a moment they and their families have long dreamed of and will never forget. To those here in the audience and those watching at home, thank you for joining us. Let's get to it.
Thanks, Davis, turn your windbag.
With the first pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Doug Martin.
Well, I'm not going to be sitting around for this, so I'm going to take a break. Enjoy watching these guys names get called.
2011 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Cliff Davis from the Ohio State University. With the third pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select Derek Gibson from the University of Tennessee. With the fourth pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Larry Douglas from the University of Florida. With the fifth pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Toronto Raptors select Nick Brown from Boston College.
And sometime in the future, I want Trevor to join the Jazz.
With the sixth pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select
There's Kipton the
Brad
Nuts original
Mason
team.
from the
And look where he is
University.
now. He's now in the playoffs. Uh-oh.
With the seventh pick
I'm not
in the
gonna say they don't have no
2011
stroke.
NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select
They're happy.
Raymond Rice from the University of Illinois.
Oh, there's Max's former team. And coming up next is Sally
With the
Mae's
eighth
team.
pick in the 2011
Which we'll be
NBA
seeing
Draft,
her play.
the Detroit Pistons
Coming up
select
next.
Aaron Dixon from the University of Kansas. With the ninth pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Bobcats select Eric Anderson from Louisiana State University. With the 10th pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Sam Park from the University of Minnesota.
Okay, the pick's coming up, so we could be seeing where Trevor Lewis is going to. So it's the battle versus East versus West. It would have been East if he turned down the Rockets, but right now he's I want to see what happens
NBA
here.
Draft, the Utah Jazz select Ricky Reed from Purdue University.
Ooh, Ricky got called up there.
With the 13th pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select Dennis Jones from Stanford University.
Up here comes Houston, so we're going to find out who will get this one.
With the 14th pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select Sean Richardson from Tulane University.
So the winner is Indiana. Freaking Joe.
With the 15th pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select the 20-year-old big man from the University of Utah.
So Trevor Lewis will start off with the Pacers. Indiana has been searching hard to get one of my characters, and now finally they'll get one. And it is Trevor Lewis, and I think that was a glitch right there. So Trevor is gonna be officially a Pacer from here on out for the first 3 years. And right now he's going to the Eastern Conference, so the Eastern Conference does prevail out of this deal here. And now the big question right now is, before we end the episode, will Trevor keep his 22? And the answer is yes, he will. So this should just about do it, as he is now going to Indianapolis. Later, folks.